Hello and welcome to All on the Table RPGs and our campaign of Arc City Arcane Blues. The campaign we are titling The Goblin's Whisper. With me, I've got our three players. We got Roxy playing Bianchi. We got we got Pixel playing Josephine Letupi.
Let's flip.
Let
Oh, you almost
I,
had it.
sorry, say it again.
Josephine Let's flip. It's French, so
Yes,
I don't. You can just call her Joe. Actually, it's
yeah,
fine.
we will call her Jo. And we have April playing Jackie Masters. All right, so the three of you are a gang of criminals running the speakeasy called the Goblin's Whisper in Chicago in the 1920s. Um, if you saw our previous episode, if you saw our episode 1 where we did world building for this Chicago, you know that this is a significantly different Chicago than the one from the real world. There are ghosts, there are zombie gangsters, there's a there's a skeleton of a dragon that may or may not just be a dozen dinosaurs strapped together in the museum. Lots of stuff like that. So we're going to turn our attention to the museum, to your speakeasy. It's a Tuesday night. It is not overly busy. What are the three of there's a couple regulars in here, but it's not a lot right now. There's like just two or three people. What are the three of you doing in there right now?
Well, Josephine is as usual at the bar, serving up drinks. Making cocktails.
I
And
think
sorry, go on, Ash.
I think Ash is sort of like like lost in thought, probably maybe listening to a baseball game on the radio, kind of staring into their old fashioned, just like seemingly puzzled, um, rambling to Joe. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you if Joe is listening, but they're like, oh, geez, I just got the most wicked headache. I mean, I just can't figure this case out. This lady, she wants me to figure out if my husband's cheating on her, but it seems like the guy's in two places at once when he goes off to his poker games every week. I just can't seem to figure it out. I never hear of a wizard doing something like that, but I suppose anything's possible in these crazy times.
Yeah, Joe is like thinning a glass and like thinking a bit and going like, well, there are these rings that we had where I'm from, and you could easily be at two places at once with them.
Interesting. I'll have to look into that.
They come in pairs, but like if you wear a bow, you become two people.
All right.
Hmm.
What is Jackie up to?
I think Jackie's kind of sort of 50-50. Like she's on door duty, but since it's not that busy at the moment, she's also kind of eavesdropping on like Ash and Joe's conversation. And then actually, no, yeah, I think she is just focused on Ash and Joe's conversation, kind of watching from
All
afar.
right. All right. Your conversation is interrupted. There is so out in the back behind the bar. You have a you have a ley line orb. They're the orb communication network. It's been around for a couple decades now, but the fact of the matter is, you still need a really big orb and you still need to have it directly plugged into the city's lane line network. We're not there to have portable handheld orbs yet. This is a this is a large clunky contraption, and it starts ominously humming as it would when you're receiving a call.
At that sound, Joe does a little 1 second sign to um. Sorry, I forgot your name already. I'm very bad with names. What's
Ash,
your name? What's your Ash? Okay, yeah, Ash. Right. To Ash and turns around and goes to answer the orb. Yes, this is Joe.
and on the other end you hear a voice. You recognize this as your criminal patron, Generva Penichetti. And you hear her voice. Shut down early tonight. I need to have a word with your crew.
All right. How early do you want us to close out tonight? Right now or a bit later?
I will be there in 2 hours. I'd prefer no one be there to see me by then.
Sounds good. I'll be sure to close the bar early tonight then. And yeah, she hangs up. And then she comes back to Ash and keeps listening onto the conversation as it happens. And then when there's a lull, she explains yeah, so we have to close the bar early tonight. The boss wants to see us.
Oh, jeez. Never a good sign.
You should probably go tell. I really am going to need a thing with the names. Give me a second. I'm gonna post it. I know Ash. I don't remember your name. Jackie, is that it?
Yes, it's
Uh,
Jackie Masters.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. She tells you yeah, go see Jackie. Let her know about the closure soon.
oh, sorry, was that
Uh,
Ash or Jack?
So yeah, that was to Ash to actually tell Jackie because like Joe doesn't really know where Jackie is at the moment. I don't think she can see you eavesdropping.
right, Ash, you gonna go tell Jackie?
What? Sorry.
You're gonna go tell Jackie that you're closing early?
Yeah. Sorry. I got distracted. Um,
It's okay.
yeah, I think Ash goes over to Jackie and is like, "Hey, I don't know what's going on, but boss wants a word with us, so we gotta close down early today."
Oh, exciting. I'll get right on that then. And then she does.
Oh, April, you're kind of quiet. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
All right.
Hold on, that
Don't know if
might
that's a
be on.
different microphone. Oh, okay.
Just gotta go over here. I'm gonna boost your audio here in the video. Say something now.
Hello.
Okay, that's much better.
That's better. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, there we go. Yeah, sorry, I had your volume turned. All right, there we go.
Uh-huh.
All right,
Okay.
you esc. Yep. Everyone's audio is better now. We're going to pick up then. Yeah, you escort the. You get your inebriated regulars out of the bar within the next hour or so, and 2 hours on the on the dot, you hear like a you there's a hard knock of wood on your door before it opens, and Generva Penichetti. How do we describe how do I describe Generva here? So she is wearing a long. Is wearing a men's suit under a trench coat, and well, at least half her body is decidedly looks like a woman. The other side of it, well, it could have been anyone. It's a full on skeleton on the other side of her body. It's like think of Two Face, but one half is human and the other half one half is a woman and the other half is a skeleton. And she's carrying a long staff. Like staffs have largely gone out of fashion as like people's focus of choice. But you know, some people still employ them. She comes in. A couple of bodyguards. Two large men who they've she's definitely done some necromantic work on them. I mean, they seem to be sapient enough. They're still carrying guns at least, but their flesh is a rotted gray and uh, definitely starting to peel off in places. It's incredibly unpleasant to look at. It's like good. Um, good. They didn't. Looks like you're still doing well at least. That's good to see.
So yeah, Joe like gets on her feet and like moves to greet Janetta and like goes, "Hey, boss, nice to see you tonight. What can I do to help you?"
They just took the. They just raided the. They just raided the crow's nest. You are now my primary business venture in the city.
Oh god.
Behind her, Jackie's doing a little like, yes!
Yeah,
This
post nest.
this means that if you don't, this means your payment. I'm gonna have to double up on your I'm gonna have to double up on your loan payments to keep things stable at least until I can get somewhere else up and running.
So you want us to do more work and pay you more money?
I mean, you're doing the same amount of work. I'm not. We don't. It's a criminal enterprise. We don't advertise. You're going to have the same amount of customers. You're just going to give me the. You're just going to be giving me my. I'm just coming for my cut a little more often.
Well, okay, boss. I mean, if that's how you want it to go, I mean, are there no other places you could like take over anymore?
That takes time and that takes muscle and muscle means means cash, which is why I'm coming for my cut from here more until the situation is able to stabilize itself. The, the with the cops and the Duke family breathing down my neck, I am going to. We are in a very bad spot. I mean, primarily me, but also what's bad for me is bad for my employees now, isn't it?
Yes, I guess.
Now, there's alternate arrangement is I could either come here for my cuts more, or I'm going to have to take the three of you. The three of you are going to have to do some odd jobs for me. We'll leave it up to you which you prefer.
Well, I mean, if the hard jobs are not too hard, I can probably do that. Depends on what they are, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean the job is already decidedly very odd, so can't can't I just throw a few more in there?
I mean, well, she does look at you specifically, Ash. She's like, "Call the primary job I want right now is who in my outfit got in someone was leaking information either directly to the either to the directly to the cops or to the Duke family. And you, my detective, I think you would be particularly good at sussing that out if I give you some names.
Yeah, yeah, it's certainly within my wheelhouse.
All right, then I'm. Load faster name generator. You're making me look like I'm unprepared.
What?
I am talking to the name generator, which has decided right now is time to be very slow.
Oh.
Okay, this is just straight up not. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Listen, I need you to look. I have three people I think it could be. It's Robert Kennedy, Ross McClancy, or Lily O'Brien. You get the drop on those. You get the drop on those three for me, and we'll call that worth one pay. We'll call that worth one payment, and you won't be. And you could stay on the. You could keep your regular schedule for now.
I can make that arrangement.
And the two of you you help them out. At least
Yeah, we'll be sure to bring Jackie too with us. He can help out too.
On it, boss.
why is everything coming in like I don't want that in the black background? That's weird. Don't do that. I'm just trying to make my notes here. All right, so we're going to cut from there to the next day. You've been given three names, and I'm gonna say you have a general idea of whereabouts in town to try and find these people if you want to look for them. Do you have any particular plans in mind here?
Yeah, I mean, I think if I have a general sense of like where they at least should be, I would. I'll just go down the list. Head to that first name. Or was it Robert Kennedy?
Robert Kennedy. All right. Um. So the next day, Robert Kennedy is a lawyer. Think Saul Goodman Breaking Bad type. He's the real shady guy, but real good at like helping people who are legitimately doing crimes get away with it. Like not quite like crooked, but definite himself, but definitely on the dubious end of things. Yeah, he should be in his office today. Where you gonna? What is your plan here?
Yeah, I think I don't know if he's got like a does he have like a secretary situation outside his office or like what's or you can just walk in.
Yeah, he'll have a secretary in the front of his office. It's a young woman. You think she's his niece or something? Her name is Lucy Kennedy.
Okay. I think Ash rolls in with the other two in tow and kind of seems like hey we got to see Mr. Kennedy.
I'm a. This is like, oh well, you, Robert's in with a client right now. Is in there with a client right now. You can if you don't mind wait in, they could see you when he's finished. Otherwise, it might be a while.
Listen, Miss Panicchietti, she's it's urgent. It's urgent for her. I'm sure you understand. Would this be a check?
I feel like this has got to be a check.
Okay.
What style is this though? I could feel like this could be forceful or underhanded.
Well, forceful is my good stat.
Mm.
All right, let's go with a straight question on this. Would you actually carry out a threat of bringing down violence with violence from the Panichetti family, or would you with the might of the Panichetti family, or is that a bluff?
I mean, it's probably a bluff.
All right, then I am going to have to call that an underhanded then.
Okay.
So I'm going to take my draw my three reverse cards. So this is how the system works. People watching. Every time there's a check, you draw three tarot cards from the deck. Yep, laid out on the table. I move that one over there so they're all slightly nicerly aligned. And no, that's the wrong flip. How do I?
Wrong reverse. You basically I would select all of them in a box, and then like there's gonna be like a little handle on the top that you can like turn over.
Oh, too far. Come on. All right, so you have the High Priestess. That is a major card. Let's look up what that does. The major arcana have effects when they are drawn or played. Reversed. If this action does not use underhanded style, this card cannot be matched. Good thing it is an underhanded check.
It's the first
Yeah.
time it ever happens.
All right, so
I
draw
will
your two
draw
cards for your style.
draw two. Oh, excellent.
And so for the people that for the viewers, the way the checks work is the three cards are played, and major tarots are wild, and minor tarots you must match either the numerical value or the suit to cover them up. And the
fair
more of
enough.
them you cover up, the better you do at the check. All right,
Major Arcana have special effects.
and you have played two majors. Uh, the Emperor. The player may not take another card from the check into their hand if the check uses the diplomatic style. Okay, not important. Especially since you also used your entire hand. And the Hermit. The Hermit, the Hermit. The player may ask the GM any question. They must answer truthfully.
Well, I guess the most relevant question is, given my uh, uh, skills of empathy, can I tell whether she believes the bluff I'm telling or not?
Um, listen, at a full success, she definitely does.
Okay.
Oh, also, don't forget to get 1 XP for the reversed Major
Yes.
Arcana.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
High
do not forget
Priestess.
your XP.
Yes.
All right. She goes a little pale when you mention Generva. She's like, "Oh, I I will go and talk and check with him check with him immediately." She says and quickly scurries back into the office. You are left alone in this front area for to your own devices for a moment. She has a desk. There's some paperwork scattered about it. They have one of them large ley line orbs off in the corner. There are some chairs and a table with some newspapers there for people waiting to see Robert. Robert, anything you want to poke about in here before she comes back?
I don't think Joe would be nosy, honestly.
I think Jackie would take a look at like kind of behind the desk, see if there's anything unusual.
All right, I'm gonna say that's going to be another underhanded check. So let's draw some more cards.
Oh wait, wait. Before that, do I draw back up to one? Is that how that works?
No, you don't. You don't draw. Remember, we just talked about this when we in our home game the other day.
Okay.
Up, that is a major. All right, what does the whoop? Why are you so aggressive on the roast flipping? Right, so draw up to your underhanded score in cards, and you can play them while I look up what death does.
Bomb deck again, right?
Sorry.
Is that the bottom deck?
Yeah, the bottom deck. Ignore. You never touch the top deck. You already have all the cards you need from it.
Okay.
That's just their safety tools. Death.
Okay.
Where are you? Oh, that only matters in combat. But you do take an XP for it.
The reverse does have an effect out of combat.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I read the upright effect. Reveal an extra reversed card. It must be matched or the check fails. Oh dear, that's a big one.
Oh. Oh.
All right, so you got one wild card, the Queen of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles.
Okay.
If I let me click on the thing to flippy flip. And you
the six is
definitely
a
want to
one.
cover.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you definitely want to cover the 6. It's the most important card there to cover.
Okay. Go Pentacles.
All right, one pentacle covered.
Pentacle.
Two pentacle covered.
Okay.
All right, you got a cup and something else, or a queen and something else.
We got a hanged man in there.
Ooh.
All right.
And
You
don't think I have anything to. Oh.
Sorry, you don't need to cover death with a major arcana. Death is
You could,
wild.
you could cover death with anything. So if you could, whatever the other card in your
okay.
hand is, you could put the hanged man on the queen, and then whatever other card you got on the death.
Okay. Yeah. So I got an 8 swords.
Although the hanged man makes death not have an effect, so you can get you can take your 7 of pentacles back. I would say.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
the hanged man negates when played upright negates 1. So yeah, take your 7 back, and we'll just get rid of the 6 there.
Okay.
Boop. And yeah, you get a full success. So you're looking around the. So what specifically part of this are you looking at? You're looking at the paperwork on the desk, or are you?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, and the paperwork on the desk, you're gonna find it. You're going through. Yeah, it's a bunch of other files from from various clients of his. You notice most of these clients are other people who work for Generva, and a whole bunch of stuff from people who aren't actually directly affiliated with anyone. These are just petty criminals who are like out by the docks, which is in the same general area as the Crow's Nest was before it was just raided, but nothing. You're not finding anything that immediately implicates him in this moment. Right now, everything looks like he is should still be in the good graces of your mutual boss. Oh, and there come the cops. All right.
Are there any
Lucy?
signs we don't like? Sorry.
Oh no, finish what you're asking.
Are there any clients that like we maybe don't want to be seeing a lawyer?
Hmm?
Is there any paperwork that I should
Um,
maybe just steal, basically, or borrow, or just move?
yeah, you might want to hang on to there is some stuff. There is some files here for one of the other names on your list, Lily O'Brien. You 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 might want to hang on to that. You honestly, it's not suspicious that she would be here, but it might be handy to have on hand later.
Okay, so just kind of, I guess, like slip that. Does anyone here have a bag?
Hmm. I think Joe would probably have like a what do you call it? Like an attaché case, but it's full of empty bottles, empty glass bottles.
Oh,
There's probably space for like documents there though.
But
So
there should be space. It's only a couple pieces of paper. You could definitely fit it in
yeah,
there.
yeah, just kind of,
I'll take those.
yeah, just kind of picks it up, just like, oh, and just kind of like wordlessly hands it to Joe.
All right. You manage to get away from the desk and not look suspicious by the time Lucy comes back. She's like, "Oh, yeah, Robert can see you now. The his client is on their way out, and yeah, as followed shortly out by her coming out, you do see a like the door doesn't open again, like a ghost just floats right through it. I don't think any of you recognize the person this ghost used to be, though.
And not even death is an escape from the justice system.
Yeah, the ghost tips his hat to the three of you as as he floats on by. Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that he was, semi-transparent and floating, this would be the most generic-looking guy you have ever seen in your life. Yeah, yeah. If and you head into the office, the office is in utter disarray. He has paperwork all over the place, like piled in large piles on the floor. Just haphazardly stacked next to the typewriter with some half finished document in it. He just he looks like he hasn't slept in days. He's going, jeez. All right, wait. Joe, I, you're you're not who I was. Honestly, Lucy said. Generva sent some leg breakers here. I was expecting someone significantly bigger and more corpse-like than the three of you, to be honest.
Don't worry, boss. I'm just doing a courtesy call here. We just wanted to ask a few questions
Um,
about the crow's nest.
yeah, that's why everything's a mess right now. You have no idea how how many charges they are prepared to bring and how many people I'm gonna have to represent in court in the next couple days. It's a freaking it's a freaking mess to say the least, ma'am. I am literally going to be buried under this for the foreseeable future. So yeah, you can go ahead and ask, but I'm gonna have to keep working here.
Well, you see, there's been rumors that someone's been leaking information to the cops.
Yeah, that's usually how raids happen. Listen, you know me, Joe. There I take client lawyer confidentiality very very seriously. I I couldn't do this job if I did. I couldn't do this job if I didn't. I would be long dead if I didn't.
Yeah, I understand. It's just maybe you could point us in the right way in that case, if it's not you.
I mean, you got any other suspects?
I mean, don't know. Did you hear about the Prospect Clancy or maybe Lily O'Brien? We heard they might be involved.
Clancy. Uh, Clancy. That guy's a piece of work. I mean, he did used to be a Duke. One of the did used to work for the Duke family. Right up until the whole falling out with Generva over what was that? What was that singer's name? I don't remember.
And it's all ancient history.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm really more concerned about Russ and maybe even Lily. You
Lily,
wouldn't know anything about Lily, would you?
Li- Lily. She's the what? Yeah, she was the whatchamacallit. She was the yeah. Huh. He starts rummaging through his files for a second. He's like, "Oh, I don't have an arrest record on. I don't have an arrest on Lily. She's she's one of the she's one of the bartenders from the Crow's Nest. She should absolutely have an arrest thing. That's honestly, if you have any leads you want to chase, that's the one you want to go for."
Sounds good. Sounds good, boss. I think that's what we'll do, won't we? But before I leave, like she like turns around to like face Robert like directly. She grabs a small shot glass out of her like attaché case, and then like she waves her finger around and like she brings a couple of like just like a bit of alcohol comes out of the air into the glass and like offers him the drink for your trouble. I assume I don't need to check for something as simple as that.
Um. All right. Your power is you turn vibes into liquor, right?
Yeah, I'm playing the ambient vibes. I want to see like how he's feeling about this, basically by like his reaction, I guess.
All right. I'm gonna say you don't need to make a check to make the drink. That's pretty easy and simple. Um, gonna say I'm gonna want to check to gauge his reaction though.
Okay, makes sense. I'm thinking in that case, since it is kind of like underhanded, I would do it underhanded.
That sounds good. Honestly, I get the feeling we're going to be drawing a lot of underhanded this campaign. All right, one, three of staffs, second card, three of swords, and the third card,
Nine of cups.
nine of cups. No majors for you.
Okay, so I draw two because of my two underhanded, and that
Whoop.
gives me. Uh, oh Oh, that's very lucky. Um, very lucky indeed. I think I'm gonna do a strategic move, and that is to say, I will not use all my cards, even though I can.
Okay, what are you playing though?
I'm playing these two, King of Cups and something of Wands, Nine of Wands.
All right.
So that would give you that's giving me definitely a mixed success though, which is probably good enough.
Okay. Um. Let's see. What does a mixed success on this look like? Uh Honestly, you make the shot. It looks perfectly fine and normal. You give it to him. He takes a sip of it and immediately does a dramatic spit take with it. He's like, oh, god, that's practically rubbing. That's practically rubbing alcohol.
Mmm, a bit sour, is it? Well, I guess I gotta work on my.
No, I don't. I don't think it's a problem with you. I think it's that the. I think it's that the. I'm going to be honest. You get the feeling that this is not your magic. This is not your magic at fault here. This is the fact that the vibes in this room are not very good to begin with, and then with
Yeah.
like the amount of stress co- and complicated legal stuff he's at the moment dealing with, the vibes in this room are just utterly revolting.
Okay, that's what I figured. In that case, yeah, Joe's like, yeah, sorry, boss. I guess better luck next time, eh? So I'll catch you later. And he turns to leave.
All right.
Before we go,
Ash or
uh,
Jackie, do you
oh,
have anything you want to do here before you leave?
Ash, did you have anything?
No, not particularly.
Okay. Can I just really quickly use Scam Beta to check if he's trying to butter us up or lying through his teeth?
Mm,
All right. How does that move work?
I think the way it's written, like, is
In
basically
case
just
one to
I
know
can tell if
one.
he's lying or he just hasn't
Honestly,
pivoted.
okay, yeah, yeah. He is being completely honest to you in this moment. He is too exhausted and overworked to manage to come up with any kind of convincing lie in this moment.
okay, that is useful to know.
Just smile and wave as I leave.
Oh, I think we lost Roxy.
Yeah, hold on. Go.
I think they're just invisible.
Uh, nope, no. It looks like they have dropped the call on
Ah,
video here. Oh, there they are. They are coming back.
oh,
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
All right, there
Well,
you go. You're back.
okay.
Yeah, no, we all lost you there for a second, but it's all good now. All right. So you got the lead that Lily was not Lily, who should have been at the bar, was not arrested.
Hmm, that does seem pretty suspect.
Yeah. So yeah, let's definitely go follow that lead. Hit her up.
All right. So Lily works uh late hours at the speakeasy. This is probably still at her apartment this time in the morning. You do have you do have an address for it. You just gonna barge straight in there, or are you gonna try and be
I'm
more
gonna knock
subtle
on the
about this?
door.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's one of the not less. one of the not as nice apartments out in the theater district. It's like it's a moderate building that's right next door to a theater. So, for anyone who kept normal hours, that would be an absolute nightmare. But someone who works nights in a speakeasy, you get away with that a bit. You get that's not so bad. And you knock at the door, you don't get any response.
I knock harder this time.
You continue to not get a response.
I try the doorknob.
The door is locked.
Hmm.
Delivery.
You actually what? Do you actually do that?
Oh yeah.
Right. You do still continue to not get a response. Seems like
Okay.
there's probably no one home, but maybe she's just in there being very quiet.
Um, how about I use my wizard power?
All right.
I'm going to
Your power to construct or deconstruct identities.
yes. I'm going to try to construct the identity of Lily O'Brien to try and get a perspective on where she might have gone.
Hmm.
All right. That is your art. That would be your archetype action. Your impulse. Through your physical training, break down and reconstruct according to your experience. And that is a forceful check.
Yep.
So I'm gonna draw your 3 cards here. The Chariot. So take another XP for another major there. Oh, and the Tower.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
A bad one.
All right. Let's get these guys. Come on, it's the deal. Nope, too far. Oh my gosh. There we go. All right. Let's look what those two. Let's look up what those two do reversed. The Tower reversed. Take a random scar by revealing cards from the top deck until you get a major consult. Okay, we will deal that after the check.
Okay.
And
And
the Chariot.
okay.
If this action does not use quick, this card cannot be matched.
Okay.
So yeah, you can match 2 of the cards, and you are going to take a scar. This goes uh taking for whatever reason, trying to construct her identity does not play is not playing well with your psyche. She's um in fact, it's almost like something is specifically kind of obstructing her, but you do can. How does your move work again? I need to look at that.
Let me check the book for something real quick.
Yep, absolutely. Oh wait, this doesn't use a regular check mixed in that success. You just get bonuses per card you match. So you can get up to 2 of these bonuses.
Okay. Um,
I probably should let you play your cards and take your bonuses before I actually start describing things, because yeah, some of these could change that.
what pixel? What page of the PDF is the like what the major arcana do when you play them?
Major Arcana PDF on page 21.
Okay.
There is a header called Table 2 Major Arcana card effects in the bookmarks.
Okay, thank you.
It's under the deeper gameplay
All right.
in
So
playing.
in that case, I will play here and play here.
Oh,
Hey, come on. Hey there. Yeah, it's just,
hmm.
just All right, so you have covered two of them. What bonuses are you picking?
Uh, I will pick. Um, use. I'll do you sidestep. Any wards or protection. I
Okay.
guess in this case being my own mental barriers.
Yeah.
Uh, and then I'll say you do it silently, stealthily.
All right. So yeah, you now have a, a near perfect replication of Ash Bianchi in your mind. How do we visualize this?
I picture like in my mind, I'm just like standing in a room with this person talking to them in my head.
Okay. So yeah. You're Sherlock Holmes mind palace. You're just in a room with the Lily O'Brien. She is a short she is a short blonde woman. She does have a scale. She does have like a bald spot on the back of her head where you can now where the flesh has peeled away and there's a skull that presumably she had some life saving. She took a head injury at some point, and actually, I guess you would just straight up know this now. She did take a head injury at one point in a car accident, and got some work done by by Generva to put her brains back in that way. I really like this villain power I've got. She just makes such cool NPCs. Ah, and she's a little confused. It's like, what what's happened? Where where am I?
Oh wait, sorry. To be clear,
Okay.
well, you can play this however you want, but for clarity, I'm not like literally putting their soul in my
No, you're
brain.
not literally putting your soul into there. I just kind of assumed like un, un, until like it's more interactive with. I just kind of figured like it's just It's like you just like make like a mental copy of them, and you can
True,
do
true,
with
yeah.
that as you
That makes sense.
proceed.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
In that
right.
case, I guess Ash is like, now listen, I just want to ask a few questions. Now I don't know you super well. We never got particularly acquainted, but it seems like you are one of the prime suspects for the boss as to who's been ratting out to the police. And it looks awfully suspicious that you managed to avoid arrest during the raid, and now you're not in your apartment. So I can't really put myself in your shoes. So I just want to hear like your side of things.
I I'm. She looks genuinely shocked. This is like a raid. I leaking information. I don't know what you're talking about. I would never. Only alive because of the I'm only alive because of the boss. She like gestures to the bald spot with the exposed skull. I literally owe her my life. Could never I could never betray her like that.
Well, that does make a lot of sense, but I understand how money might talk and all that. I'm not listen. I'm not singling you out or anything. I just want to rule out any possibilities.
I mean, sure. I'm not in my. So you're saying that it that the crow's nest was raided, and I am not in my. I was not arrested. I was not. Why am I a suspect?
Well, because you know your your uh, your connections with the place. Uh, it seems uh, it seems like if the police had raided it, you'd be one of the first people they got. This is just what I'm thinking.
That makes sense. And you're so they didn't get me. Is what you're saying?
I mean, yes, at least old Mr. Kennedy doesn't seem to have any arrest records for you.
If I wasn't arrested, and I'm not, um, and I'm not at home, are you sure I'm alive?
Hmm, interesting possibility,
All
but
right, and while we're okay, so I think the next part of this would just, other than just RP out all the individual questioning, I think we might turn this into a gain insight. But before that,
Uh,
we
yeah, don't forget the scar.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Before we do that, we have to pull through the deck until we find a major to give you a scar
okay.
because you did get the tower inverted there. So not a major, not a major, not a major. Justice. What does justice do as a scar? I think this is the first time I've actually encountered a scar because we haven't gotten any of them in the playtest yet.
Yeah,
I'm
scars
in.
don't happen often if you play well and like don't lose enough HP and such. So
Uh,
that's why I made the tower have the scar effect now.
uh, Judgment, Sun, Moon, Star, Tower, Temperance, Death, Hangman, Justice. All right, this is definitely going to be a. Uh, just because of the nature of your power, this is definitely a mental scar.
Okay.
Uh, your breakdown reflected the idea of cause and effect, and its aftermath made you reflect on the meaning of truth. You are now reticent to tell a lie, lest bad things happen to you. Describe your scar of truth.
So I can't lie as long as I have the scar.
You will avoid it if at all possible. It doesn't seem like it's a hard mechanical complete complete
Okay.
one, right? Is that correct, Pixel?
That's correct. You are reticent to tell a lie, but not incapable of it.
I'm just going to copy the text onto the Discord for you. You can put that on your sheet. Oh, also there's a typo in there. You have said full
Yeah,
alive.
noticed. I'm fixing it as we speak.
I didn't notice it until I copied it over.
Yeah, the joys of playtests.
Yep. So how do we think this manifests in you? She's confronting you with the idea that she might not be alive, and that's why she's not arrested or at her home. does that play into it, or do we have some other cause for this? Do you think?
I mean, maybe Ash just feels guilty, even though this is like their weird, uh, like brain copy. Like maybe Ash feels guilty about the possibility of interrogating a dead person.
Yeah, I mean the specific way that your power works is that it is it's you're just so empathetic you can build a copy of them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like that makes sense. Like you're being mean to a person who might be dead,
yeah.
and that makes you feel bad about it.
And when are scars healed, or is it just a thing I have now?
Scars don't generally heal. It's just a thing you have right now forever.
Okay, okay,
It's just a permanent consequence of the tower essentially.
okay.
So
I feel like this is going to be a big deal for your character going forward.
Yeah,
That you can't really lie, but you're just kind of your job. Part of your job is to lie. So we'll see how that
yeah.
plays out. All right, so then let's go back and if you want to finish, uh, do more quest. If you want to continue questioning her, we're going to turn that into what you call it, gain insight.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll do
Okay.
that.
I need to scroll back up to see the base to see the moves. Gain insight. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna draw those 3 cards. 1, 2.
ooh, two aces.
Well, you're getting a lot of XP today.
Yeah.
What does the Okay, well let's reverse them first. Whoop. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Upright major arcana are negated for this check.
Okay. So like their effects are negated, or I can't play them.
Yeah, their effects are negated. They're still wild cards.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool. So I will draw 3 for my erudite. Okay. I will. Um. And because this is a gain insight, there's no penalty for not doing a complete success. I just get fewer questions.
Yeah, I believe that's how that works.
Okay, in that case, I will play it like this.
All right, so that is mixed success, and that's 2 questions.
Yep. I will ask, uh, what's hidden here, and what can be used to our benefit?
All right, what's hidden here? Um, where do you specifically mean by here? Like, and as in like something a secret she's holding, or like physically within her apartment?
Yeah, I guess like what can I deduce about her, like from what I know about her, from what I'm getting from talking to her, what can I deduce about her, like that I wouldn't have thought of initially?
Okay, so So basically, what you were building from what you know about her at this point, it is weird that the boss actually was this before not knowing she was arrested, before knowing that she wasn't arrested, that the boss would suspect her. She is ridiculously loyal. There is something that the boss didn't tell you,
Okay.
and what could be used to your benefit. Um, hmm. Could you remind me what the other name on your list was?
Miles.
Wasn't it Rustic Clancy?
Yes, Miles Clancy.
Miles Clancy. Thank you. Um. Oh, so when you're talking to her, you bring up Miles Clancy, and she's like, I. She kind of gets embarrassed for a second. It's like, oh, that's we were we briefly we very briefly dated. I had to like it wasn't a good. I'll be honest, he was not a good partner, and I had to end it about a week ago. That if I, if you can't find me and something's going on with and he might be in and he might also be a suspect in this. If he might also be a suspect in suspected mole, that's something you might be able to. That's something you might be able to use. I don't really know what else is. I don't really know what else I could do. I'm gonna be honest. Like you don't have one because you know you had a full success there. You are just piecing this identity together from like not that much at the moment. So I
Right.
don't think it's like a full copy.
Right.
But so like that's what you get is that she was involved she was romantically involved with Miles that's recently.
Okay.
And that could be potentially used against Miles or as possibly could be related to a motive for betraying the speakeasy.
Okay.
You could use that as you will. Clear these cards. Are you going to? So you did all of this like standing outside of the apartment. From the other's perspective, you just kind of stared into space for a few seconds.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
What are we doing now?
I think
You're still in the hallway in front of this apartment.
I think Ash like after this goes like, "Ah, all right. I I assume you guys have known me long enough to realize like this is normal. But like they're like, all right, I got a lead. It seems like from what I can tell, this Miles Clancy character was mentioned to us. Seems like he was romantically involved with this Miss Lily. So I think we should go be paying him a visit.
Sounds right.
Now, the challenge for paying him a visit is he was arrested. He is in lockup in the at the precinct right now.
Hmm. I mean, if he's in the precinct, that means he can't be home.
That does correctly mean that, yes.
So what if we visit his home instead of him?
You can absolutely do that.
Though I mean, to be fair, Joe can't really like break into a place easily. Like she's
Yeah,
not
I'm going
really
to be
like
honest. I
good at
don't
that.
think that's particularly in any of directly in any of your skill sets.
Oh, isn't it? It isn't. Dang.
I mean, there's nothing stopping you from trying. It's just none of you are particularly specialized in it.
Uh huh. Yeah, I mean, I think we should pay his apartment a visit instead of him. Where does Miles live?
Uh,
Uh, sorry, you're going to say something there, Roxy?
I was just going to say, I assume Ash says that though, or I assume we know somehow.
Yeah, no, you would have a you would be able to get an address. You're going to find him. His apartment's going to be. Yeah, no, it's also in the theater district. It's a it's a bigger apartment, but it is like it's a basement apartment and in like a much worse building. It's basically like in any other in the present day, this apartment would absolutely be illegal for being an entirely underground thing with with one entrance exit.
Yeah.
This is basically a this is basically a base. This is basically a base, just a slightly finished basement that somebody decided to rent out.
All right, not
Like
to figure out how to get in.
the furnace for the building is like in this build is in here itself.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, but there is a locked door. There is a heavy locked door up front of it, and none of. I don't think any of your magics are particularly good for getting in at the moment.
Hmm.
Is this the kind of apartment with like a front desk we could go to?
Um, no, there'd be no front desk. You're going to a like you go into the building. There are doors. You go to the one that that leads to the that leads to the basement, and it's locked.
Uh, I ask. I can try asking the version of Lily O'Brien in my head, which if she could maybe elucidate where he might keep the spare key.
Hmm.
Um, feel like that should be a check, but it doesn't really seem substantial enough to do a full thing. I'm not sure what to do for that. You know what? I'm just
You
gonna
could
say it.
always, oh,
Sorry, what were you gonna say there?
yeah, I was gonna say you could always like make it take a bit of effort, like one or two effort points.
Okay, yeah, I could just yeah, if you she could direct you to where a spare key is. It's going to cost an effort point.
Oh, sorry again.
So if you want her to direct you to a key, it's going to cost you an effort point to get it to get her
Okay,
to do
okay,
that.
yeah. I'll spend that.
All right,
I'll
so
spend that.
you spend 1 point of effort, and you get uh she directs you to literally. So it's one of those doors that has like the bit of metal door frame sticking out, and you feel up on top of the door. Feel up on top of the door for a bit, and yeah, there is a key up there.
Cool.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll
you
lock the
can.
door.
Yeah, you unlock the door and um, but the place is just so our male living spaces. Think of that. Think of one of those, but a little more old timey.
Instead of a single a mattress on the floor and a television, there's a mattress on the floor and a phonograph.
Yeah, there's a mattress on the floor and there's a mattress on the floor and a radio. There's there is like a small safe in the corner. There's and yeah, honestly, but the radio, the mattress, and the safe. That's about all that's in here. It's pretty much barren otherwise. I guess there's some clothes in the closet, but like nothing really standing out there.
Hmm.
Yeah. Before you even actually go to ask her, the Lily says like, I don't know the combination to the safe. We were never that close enough to like for him to trust you with that kind of thing.
Got it. Got it.
Huh.
So, I
Is the
mean,
safe small enough to kind of like pick up and shake just to like kind of hear
Oh
what's
yeah,
inside?
absolutely. It's like it's about a foot by a foot. It's fairly heavy, but you can pick it up and give it a little bit of a shake. There is something metallic that bounces around in there, but also like something is kind of cushioning it.
so like, I know we haven't established this in advance, but as an old timey detective, I assume I carry around an old timey pistol, right? Is that
Um,
a fair thing to assume about my character?
all right, so I actually want to address the whole thing about weapons in this time period because so the setting of Arc City Arcane Blues specifies that magic started becoming what is in in the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution is also when the uh, somewhat related but mostly independently the transfer between muzzle bore black powder weapons and cartridge based firearms happened. So it's like I'm not sure actually what we would recognize as modern guns exist,
Hmm. Well, I
but
probably have.
you would definitely have some kind of similar. You could definitely have some kind of magical equivalent.
Yeah, yeah. Well, in that case, I'm going to try and I'm gonna tell Jackie like, hey, put that down, stand back a bit, and I'm gonna try and shoot the lock.
Hmm.
Okay, that is going to be a forceful. Mostly on the basis of you could just break everything inside doing this.
Yeah,
It's like you're definitely going to get it open, but we're going to see if you actually manage to break it open without breaking anything.
yeah. What's the maximum number of cards I'm allowed to just have in my hand?
Yeah, Pixel, is there a max for that?
Max for what now? Yeah, it
Number
should
of
be
cards I
one
can have in hand.
actually.
Oh, yeah, so you should have discarded one of those before.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do that before I draw then.
Yeah, at the end of a check, you're expected to discard down to one if you have more than one, unless told otherwise, basically.
Okay.
I'll take another XP for another reversed major,
Yep.
and
I'm
I'm going to go look up what the reverse magician does.
Ash is growing a lot as a person today.
Yeah. Temperance Tower. Where is the magician? You are. Oh,
It's
you're number
one.
1. That's why I'm way too low. This action will have heightened negative effects even on a complete success.
Awesome.
You are not having a good day today.
Such is the life of a hard-boiled detective. Okay. So, wait, what does that one do?
But when I'm the player, I just like to play my major. I just like to play my majors and see what happened, and have the GM tell me what I did.
Um, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be metagaming, but
You can metagame if you want. I'm just saying I.
okay. So,
Like, if you want to be strategic with your cards, that's fine.
Oh, that's 4 XP.
Someone is definitely leveling up next session.
Yeah.
All right, so that is a full success, but you do also have some negative consequences. What I'm going to say is that you do this. Um, you didn't properly check if there are any kind of like protective wards on the safe. You just kind of went to shoot out the lock. It backfires on you. I'm going to give you a choice here. You can either lose your gun until you in downtime go do something to obtain a new weapon, or you're going to take 2 HP damage.
um, yeah, I'll let my gun be destroyed.
All right, yeah. So like you shoot it. There's kind of like an absolutely improbable. While you break the lock, there is an improbable amount ricochet on it, and it just kind of burrows right back into the gun's barrel, basically destroying it. And like yeah, as you pull it open, you do notice like inside there. Oh, yeah, that's why there's there are some warts here that like you're not like a specialist in these kinds of wards. You're not 100% sure what it is. You're like, oh, that was no way that happened without magical interference. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But anyway, you do open it up, and inside you find a large pile of cash.
Okay.
The lily in your head tells you it's like, oh, yeah, he was really paranoid because it's dirty money. He was really paranoid about putting it in the bank. He just kind of kept all of it here.
Okay.
And there's also in there there is another there is a there is a knife. It's one of them ones with like the swirly blade you often see like in the stereotypical like kind of ritual knife.
Yeah, yeah.
A Chris knife.
Yes, a Chris and a locket that Lily immediately recognizes. He's like, "Oh, That's mine. I lost that like just after we broke up. That fucking bastard.
Very interesting. Because our next stop is because our next stop is the jail.
Yeah, sounds about right to me.
Mhm.
I
So
didn't get to meet with this Miles guy.
how do you plan to so like he's not like in prison where you can have visits. He's still like in jail lockup where you generally the only outside person you're allowed to speak to is your lawyer.
I
Oh,
mean,
Like he hasn't
I
actually been
mean,
he hasn't been charged yet. He's just being detained and detained up to the trial. Theoretically, he could be let out on bail, but since his boss suspects him, yeah, that's not happening at the moment.
hmm.
I mean, like we are to some extent in the cops' pockets, right? Like at least the mob is.
Right. So you weren't here for the world building session. The cops are more in the pocket with the other crime with the Duke crime family,
Okay.
not Dinerva Penichetti.
Okay. So, hmm,
I kn- oh, um, sorry, Ash, were you saying
Yes.
anything? I was just gonna say I never really ran it by you, so I just wanted to check now for my for Jackie's like signature spell. I was thinking it'd be like a sort of shapeshifty thing. Would that be all right?
Okay. Yeah. I could say
Uh,
that you could have that as your signature spell because you
okay, good.
um though due to the nature of your power who did you ask nicely from to learn this from?
Uh, I don't have an
Because your
actual
power
name. Mhm.
because your power is that by asking nicely you could copy the powers of people who say you can. So who did you ask for this from?
Yeah. So I don't have like an actual name yet, but
Hmm.
someone whose code name was Queen from the Royal Flush, sort of Jackie's old kind of outlaw crew before the band had to break up. Uh, she was sort of co-leader of that group, um,
Yes,
and you know they
back in Gotham City.
and they're sisters, so like it's really easy just to be like, hey, can I borrow your spell? And then she's like, yeah, sure, whenever.
Okay, so what specifically kind of shapeshifting are we talking? It like turns you into it could like make you into a copy of someone, or just like
Yeah,
in general you could just
I think it does have to be like a specific person. I think
okay.
it has to be like someone she's seen.
Hmm. I mean, good thing we know a lawyer.
That's what I was thinking exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you do know a lawyer, and in fact, the lawyer that is probably Miles. That is probably Miles's lawyer. So yeah, spend your two EP, and you can look like you can look like Robert Kennedy for a bit.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget to get your 1 XP for activation.
Oh, nice.
Uh, yes. All right. This doesn't get the other two of you in the door. Do you have any thoughts on what you're gonna do?
Um, Actually, I was thinking Joe could like pretend to be Robert's assistant here.
yeah, I mean, like now that you think about it, Ash, we've established Ash is like at least has like connections in the place, right? Like,
Right.
so like maybe I could just be like, yeah, like they want me here just like as a as like a just extra sort of extra pair of eyes just in case.
Okay. But yeah, I think that'll be sufficient to get the three of you in to get a meeting with Miles Clancy. I do think right now is a good time to go for our break. We will be back in 15 minutes. Hello, and we are back with our game of Arc City Arcane Blues, The Goblin's Whisper. And as we last left off, the three of you were pretending to, with Jackie shapeshifted into the lawyer, Robert Kennedy, and Joe as his assistant, and Ash as, a private detective who's just kind of there. We're going to go in and talk to the prisoner, Miles Clancy. And yeah, you go in, you talk, and the police do say, yep, they will bring him to an interrogation room for you, and they do, and you can go in and talk to him. And this is one of
Also,
those. It is one of those rooms with the two-way mirror, so you don't know if there might be cops watching on the other side of it.
oh,
I mean, in
They're
theory,
not
it
so.
should be in like a room without one of those since it's a lawyer.
They don't have a room without one of those. They
Oh,
say
okay.
they will not. They say they will not use it. That's illegal.
Okay.
But you
Okay.
pinky
you
promise.
don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So we assume that there are cops looking at us.
That is a likely thing to be happening. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Robert, sorry, Miles Clancy. He's an he's also a fairly young man. Bright red hair. He doesn't have any of the necromantic healing seemingly done to him. He looks completely human. Um, he was a bouncer at the Crow's Nest, and notor. For those of you who've partaken the underground spectacle of of the underground fighting in the Zimmerman Arena, yeah, he was a regular contender there for some time. And the fact that he hasn't needed any serious necromantic healing just from that is a telling fact. So he's looking at the three of you as you come in. He's like, "Oh, Robert, but since
but
that's not your that's not your usual assistant, man."
yeah, I'm extra busy lately. I've got a new extra secret assistant. How's it going, Miles, buddy? Client.
I
I
mean,
should be more professional.
it's like, listen, I mean, it's not great. Been arrested, but
Ah, yeah, that's never good.
no, no, it's really not.
Especially since you didn't do it, right?
He's kind of looking at you like all.
I'd like
I
to take
mean,
this opportunity to improve the vibes, if possible, which is one of my actions.
okay. What do you got to do for that?
Just a glamorous check.
All right, then let's do that check.
It's an archetype action, basically.
Yep.
Oh, temperance. That's the worst.
I'll take your XP at least.
Yeah, that's true. That's 1 XP. Well,
Why?
technically
Why
two,
did the
because temperance makes it so I get a strenuous success regardless what I do.
I? Why
So,
did they jump so far when I play them?
when you drag it, it stops at it puts the top left corner of the card, not like the center as you would expect.
Huh.
Anyways, I'm gonna draw three. I'm gonna play one. I'm not even gonna play anything because the temperance means it's a straight success regardless what I do.
I believe that is correct.
So I'm just gonna keep one card basically because I mean it doesn't really matter what I play. Actually, actually it might. Oh, wait a second. It might actually matter what I play.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. That works. That works. So I have Empress, which is for glamorous checks. I can grab back one card off the top and have a maximum hand size of two. And I'm gonna play this, and then let's see. I'm gonna put these like this. That gives me a straight success even though I matched two because of temperance.
Right.
That gives me an extra XP because it's a straight success.
Yep.
And at the end, I can grab back one card, so I will grab back. Um,
I mean, you could grab. You could just grab. Can you grab back the Empress?
no, that's any other card than the Empress, basically.
Oh, okay. Then yeah. Then you gotta grab.
And then I'm gonna get rid of discard of my hand, and my hand size is two thanks to the Empress. So that's all. Okay. Anyway, straight success. That means that I get just I just get the vibes to be marginally better in a flashy way. So yeah, not ideal, but at least the vibes are a bit better. So that's gonna be helpful. I hope.
Yep. I suppose. All right. We're gonna clear out those cards. All right. So he's like, I mean, didn't do it. I mean, they are. It's like, I mean, of course I didn't. Of course I didn't do anything illegal. He says, very badly pretending not to because he's like, oh, it's like, oh, they arrested me for being security at a speakeasy. That's not really a thing that's suspected. That's they literally saw me. They literally picked me up in the middle of doing a crime.
Yeah, as just testing you. That's just for fun. Okay, so they got you on that. Is there anyone else we should be like worried about aside from, you know, the cops? And when I say we, I mean you, because I'm just a simple country lawyer.
Out of character, I'm not sure I understand what you're asking.
Sorry.
Okay.
Uh, is Geneva mad at this guy? Oh, should she should he be worried about Genova, basically?
It's like, oh, I mean, I don't think, I don't think so, but like, I mean, we talked about it before. Like, I had my falling out with Lily. Work was tense because of that, but like, I don't. It's not like there's anyone out to get me, and I was like, I was just doing my job, you know. The boss shouldn't, the boss shouldn't be like mad at me for anything that I'm aware of.
Real quick scan bait on him.
Uh, he's
Oh.
he is not telling you the whole. Everything he just said there is technically the truth, but he is definitely not telling you everything.
Okay, now Miles, buddy, my best friend and professional client. I need you. This isn't gonna work if you're not honest with me. You gotta tell me everything that's up with you.
I mean, are you are you acting in this capacity as my lawyer, or are you acting as your nervous?
No, listen. While we're in this room, I'm here for you. We're married, basically.
You're going to need to give me a glamorous check for him to believe you.
Understandable. So that's a 2.
So, all right, I'm gonna play with the 3 cards here. We're gonna see what we get. All right, no majors at least.
Okay.
Kitty,
That's an
So
draw
you get
2.
some cups. Yep, draw 2.
Okay.
the mascot of Park City Arcane Blues.
Uh,
Oh no, my swords.
It's okay. They're reverse. That means it's the opposite of bad.
these are friendly swords. Okay. I've got a sword.
All right, play that on the swords.
I
How,
think
how
I've
about
got
some cups?
uh nope, I've got a wand and some pentacles.
All
So
right, what about a
number? Okay.
yeah? What about a 2 or a 10?
All right. Uh oh, I've got 2. Yeah.
Also, don't forget that you can always use art of the cards to draw an extra card at the cost of 1 EP or HP. If
Okay.
you get unlucky.
Yeah, I'll spend a HP on that.
No, out of there.
Oh,
Sorry, that's talking to my dog. She was investigating wires. We don't want that. In there.
okay. The heart of the cards isn't with me. I got another pentacles.
Ah, dang.
Ah. All right. Well, that's still a partial success.
Yeah, mix is good.
That's a mixed success. You're okay. Um. Like out. He's like unrelated to the unrelated to any activities I may have done at the crow's nest. I might have had some involvement with some with a different organization. a different organization, but it has nothing to do with what got me arrested, what got me brought in here.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Do you want to talk more about that, maybe, with me, a lawyer?
Listen, you know how it is. You go through it, but there's a bad breakup. You end up doing things. I might have made a deal uh with a ritualist who's involved with the Duke family, and my ex might not have shown up to work as a consequence.
Oh,
But I was not. I didn't. I don't. That doesn't have anything to do with. That shouldn't have anything to do with this.
uh, is, is she is she okay?
I I honestly don't. I honestly don't know. She
Okay.
the Listen. The deal was that they were going to get her. Is that the ritualist? I, I give I give them the lot. I give them the locket. I cut myself with their dagger, and then she's not going to come back, and then she's isn't going to not show up to work anymore, and I don't have to deal with her on a daily basis. I didn't narrow down anything specific beyond that because I frankly didn't want to.
Okay, okay, I get it. I get ignorance is bliss and all that. Yeah, yeah. I guess while we're talking about ritualists, can I have any like spells you know, just off the top of your head? It might be useful.
I mean, I don't really do spells per se. He he kind of like looks at the mirror for a second. He's like, "Oh, I am not. This is non-violent. This is purely a demonstration of what I can do." And holds up his fist, and it glows. It glows with a golden light. It's like, oh, I can, real good, really, real good at punching people.
All right, keeping it simple. I like it. I like it. Okay, so yeah.
He's like, I could direct. I could. Listen, if you really want to know, like you seem really worked up about whatever's happening with Lucy. I could give you the ritualist's name. Maybe you could talk them into telling you what happened. I frankly, I really don't think it should matter for what we're doing out here.
I would love the ritualist's name.
All right. Well, his name is his name was Marlo Maruo. Goes by MM. I
MM. That's. Mm.
You, the real fan, real fancy guy likes to go. Uh, likes to bet at the arena. Likes to bet at the arena. They have a whole thing about like trying to keep him from inter. It's a whole game between him and the staff to try and keep him from pulling some shit with the rituals. We try our best. It
I
is
feel you. I
it's
feel
you find him at the so you can find him at the you could probably find him at the arena if you're looking for him. I don't like have like an home address or anything.
No, workplace is good. So I'm gonna go head over there, see what we can do for you. Unrelated, I suffer from sort of occasional bouts of amnesia. I haven't told you this until now, but I feel like you shared a lot with me. I should show you. Um, if I don't remember this conversation, that's normal for me, and it would be very rude of
That
you to even like bring it up.
It's okay. I took notes the entire time. You'll be and like she turns to like Robert. You'll be. I'll be sure to like remind you afterwards.
Thanks.
this seems like a very bad thing for a lawyer, Robert.
Hey, I've made it this far.
I
I think.
I guess you did. He looks incredibly uneasy, but is not really in a position to stop you from leaving.
Bye.
All right, so I guess your next stop's going to be the Zimmerman Arena, which is where did we say the arena is? Oh, it is in the theater. It is in the theater district. So yeah, the way I see the Zimmerman Arena is that it is literally underground. They took a little bit of the Chicago. So we also established that the Undercity of Chicago, which is starting to be, as we are the 20s are where we're starting. Chicago is starting to build up on top of more of the old city. You The Undercity is full of ghosts, and that is literally where we have set up the Zimmerman Arena. So you have a mixed crowd of ghosts and living people betting on. Well, it is just living people fighting because ghost fighting is not very entertaining to look at. It They just kind of like go through each other until one of them absorbs the other one. It's not actually it's very confusing to watch. But actual people, most largely spellfists and occasionally other magical disciplines that with combat applicable powers, they fight in a large concrete hole under the arena with there's the crowd above watching. Um you go there right now. There is one of them fish like dock one of those fish guy dock workers got himself turned into a part shark is is fighting what who are they fighting? Oh, they're fighting this is look down you like it's the 1920s. You don't know. None of you probably know the word samurai, but that's what's down there in the armor. It's an Asian guy in like this ornate armor with a curved sword is fighting this shark man. And you're watching that. People are cheering. Some cheering for the shark or the guy with the sword. Uh, Yeah, you have a name, but you don't really have any other defining characteristics other than they're probably around here somewhere.
Question. So, like, I'm assuming it's like a big arena. Is there like a high rollers lounge, maybe?
It's not really that kind of not really that kind of place. You just have like the arena is a large concrete hole, and above that hole there's a fence, and like people are can just stand around the fence and watch down into the hole.
Okay, so
Actually,
it's a very what's the word? I don't remember the word. But yeah, it's very much improvised more than like built like that.
Well, I mean, they did have to dig a really big hole and fill it with and like set it with concrete. It's not exactly
Yeah,
improvised, but
is this
right,
okay?
right. But
Actually,
I
because
mean, it's not like an arena building with
no,
like
no, it was not. It's not like it's not like a any kind of like serviceable regular arena. This is purposely built
yeah,
for fighting.
yeah.
okay,
Uh,
because I wasn't here. Is this place like a known thing to the public, or is this like a secret illegal like?
yeah, this is this is very illegal and
Okay,
not like wide public knowledge, but you are like all professional criminals. You're all definitely aware of it.
right.
All right. So, well, I mean, my thought process is basically if we knew how to think like this LM, we might be able to find LM more quickly.
M M.
MM. Okay, sorry, I misheard you.
That's
The
okay.
second time, the first time I was like, okay, well, it's Malo Marulo, like you said, I okay,
Actually, before
appending my
we
notes.
seek this guy out among the crowd, let me ask. I'm gonna ask my Lily Tulpa if she might have any knowledge of.
Yeah, she straight up like has no idea about any of this and has been utterly horrified that like you know at someone was hired to do a ritual to her.
Hmm. Okay.
So I have a bad idea if no one else has like a good one.
Oh, bad ideas are my favorite.
Could I just yell out MM's name into the crowd and see if anyone does like a huh?
I mean,
Um, yeah, I am going to say this is going to be another one where you're going to take some EP to do this because this is not worth a full draw, but you are definitely bringing a negative attention upon yourself for it.
Understandable. Just one
If
or
you're going to say that, um, yeah, I'm going to say one for now.
okay.
All right, you call out for Marlo Maluro, and a bunch of people look at you funny. There is somebody off in the back. They're wearing they're wearing large cloak, like the kind that's been out of fashion for a very long time. That they kind of start just moving towards away from the crowd at this away from the crowd when they see someone call out the name.
I'm gonna follow him like I'm greeting an old friend. Just like, oh hey hey.
All right, as they see you approach, they are going to try and make a break for it. Do you have any specific plans for trying to stop them, or are you just going to chase and make a quick check?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make a quick check unless someone else has something.
I mean, I have a very, very silly idea.
Oh,
We like silly ideas.
Okay, so this is actually gonna be a card on the table check because it's like revealing my master plan, which is to say my plan would be I would like to be able to like have what's the word like gun around the arena. So like we're like in a pistol formation, and I basically want to put some alcohol on the floor in his way and then light it on fire. Would that be doable?
Yep. We just I gotta player actions. I need to check how cards on the table works real quick.
Yeah, it's in the player actions.
Yep, I got it. Let's the player declare that they plan something and you're ready. All right, reveal your card first.
Okay, just checking to be sure I'm revealing the right card. Yeah, I revealed the moon, which means that I'm gonna avoid all consequence for this action if it's a mix or certain success. Not a failure, but like a success. But I'm guaranteed a success since it's a wild card, so you know it's not gonna go badly for me. Wow, two.
Yeah, that's a 2. Let's look up what those do.
Yerfont, I think, is uncheckable for erudite. Though I think this is gonna be like underhanded or glamorous. I'm not sure which you prefer.
Sorry. Describe your plan specifics. The specifics of your plan again.
Basically, I wanna light the floor on fire to block this Marullo's way.
Okay.
I think it's flashy enough to be glamorous, but
I
if
think
not,
that's.
be underhanded.
I would take that as glamorous.
Okay, cool. So I get to draw two more because it's a tree.
All right, so you cannot match the Hierophant because this is not an erudite check, and the star. Da, 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 da. You lose 1 HP and 2 EP. I'm just going to say that's because you set yourself a little bit on fire.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like
Yeah,
you
one
make this fire,
HP.
you probably, if you succeed, you're going to stop them, but you're going to have to take a moment and stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah,
Can,
absolutely.
can settle down there. There we go.
Oh yeah, the moon is before the moon is gonna.
I
Be
know that that's fine. You can just have it down there. I understand. I know the moon is covering.
Yeah.
So you got another card there for the star. Oh, April, you need to discard one of your cards.
yeah.
You should only have one card at the end of the check. You can't cover the Hierophant.
Oh right, yeah, sorry, I forgot. I'll just discard that card at the end in that case.
Yeah, that's. All right, so that is a partial, and all right, the consequence here, I'm going to say it is, yeah, you took that fire damage. You can't take the next action to stop him while he looks for a way, or to catch up to him while he's looking for another way around, because you
Sorry.
have to put yourself out.
Okay, so I can't do a follow up action.
Yeah, you cannot do take a follow up action. This is all on Ash or Jackie to catch him.
Perfect, that works with me.
Yeah,
So
because
speaking of which,
Ash is gonna, yeah, try and rush over and catch him.
all right, like you're just going to run over and try and catch him physically.
Yeah, just like not like not tackle him or anything, but just like kind of like grab him by the shoulder before he can make too much of an escape.
Okay, that is going to be a quick check though. Do you have quick? I can't remember.
Uh, I have a 1 in quick.
Ooh.
All right, well you're gonna try.
Yep.
God, I have never seen this many majors show up at once.
I mean, it's because there's like a third of the deck is basically majors.
Yeah, no, it's
It's
because like in
more
the
like a fifth,
playtest we've been
actually.
playing long enough that oh, so
Also,
you
oh no, you spilled your cups.
so you cannot match the strength because this is not a forceful action.
Okay. All right. I'll draw my 1 card. Big money. What's this? Uh,
Also, I mean, Jackie could also help if needed.
Oh
I
yeah, Jackie could. How does helping work?
Helping, basically, it's kind of like Heart of the Cards, in that you pay 1 HP or 1 AP, but you play a card on top of a card on the table, basically.
Okay, well you can't cover up strength anyway, so we're gonna see if Roxy can. We're gonna see if Ash can cover up the other two first, I suppose.
I've
Yeah.
only got 1, and it's
Oh, the devil. That probably does something bad.
No, it does something good. It gives you a deal.
oh,
Da, 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 da. The PSA may perform a free and completely successful non-combat action immediately after this check. It must benefit them primarily. Okay, yeah, that'll be good. We will resolve that in a second. April, does Jackie want to? Can Jackie play on that 3 of cups? And do you want to if you can?
uh, so I'd be using the one already in my hand, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
if you have a cup in your hand, yes.
or a 3.
Yes. So yeah, I can't help.
You cannot.
No, I've got a
All
pentacle
right.
still.
So that is a strenuous success. Take an HP. Sorry, take an XP.
Yeah, HP way. But also some HP will have to be paid, I think.
Um.
wait. Actually, should I have 2 XP because I pulled a reverse?
Oh
Major?
yeah. Yep. That's yeah. So 2 XP. You are just ranking in the XP if you don't.
11 XP session 1.
Wow.
Let's go.
And we haven't even got to end of session stuff yet.
But also, you should take two HP for a strenuous. 2 HP damage, I mean.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Take Actually, I'm going to say we're going to make that 3 HP because you are also like doing this. I'm going to say the reason why you're getting the strenuous is you are literally having to run through the fire to get them.
Okay. That's fine.
But you do have a free immediate action to do anything else you want, and it's going to auto succeed.
Yeah. What would that be? Because I've caught him, right?
Yeah, you've caught him. You like reached out, grabbed his shoulder, and he stopped moving.
I guess my action is going to be like flipping around and like intimidating him somehow into like listening to us and being like answering our questions.
I'll be honest. Yeah, you just ran through fire to get him. That's pretty intimidating.
Right?
The power of the devil.
Yeah, so he stops and it's like, okay, okay, what do you want to know?
Listen, still like puts out a small flame on their shoulder. Uh, uh, I'm sure you're familiar with our boss, Miss Panicchetti. Listen. She is, and I'm sure you heard about the crow's nest getting raided recently. Listen, we're just trying to ask some questions about a potential snitch who gave some information to the police when they shouldn't have, and it seems like you might be connected to the whole thing. Uh, and listen, I try to be polite, I try to be gentlemanly, but we both know that if you don't cooperate, things are going to go real bad for you. You know how it is with these sorts of things.
It's like his eyes go wide, like he immediately knows that there wasn't exactly a snitch.
Oh.
Tell more. Tell me more.
I
Uh,
it's what my rituals do. It's what my magic can do. I can do rituals to extract knowledge from dead people.
oh.
I there was a guy in here making a fuss about his one of Panicetti's guys in here making a fuss about about having to work with his ex girlfriend. I I told him I could make a do a ritual, make her not able to make it so she won't be a problem for him at work anymore, and he agreed. We made a deal. I He got me a personal effect of hers and some blood. We I did the ritual. She died. I extracted her memories, and I passed them along to interested parties.
Very
Oof.
interesting.
It's just business.
Right.
At this point, I
I
think
understand. But listen, I hope you also understand that it is just business that we are going to have to turn you in to Miss Panicchetti.
Sorry, sounded like Joe was going to do something.
no, just like coming in and like I just want to interject with something. Like I don't think it's necessary because I was gonna say what Ash said basically. So
I think Jackie sort of chimes in with just that. I will know as a lawyer, killing someone is very, very illegal.
I assume that we're on a whole other scene that you're not shapeshifting into Robert anymore.
All right. Uh,
That said, you can
I don't
just
think the
point
plan
out
was
that
just.
the murder is very illegal. That's
I think maybe it's worn off that Jackie hasn't noticed yet.
okay, I do have something I want to do,
yeah.
and that is I want to use my silver tongue knack and basically like just tell Malo basically exactly what he needs to hear to not run away, so we can like bring him to her boss.
Oh, how does silver tongue work? You hear someone in here. Stop listening. Yeah, no, you can absolutely do that, and yeah, he's not happy about it, but he will go with you.
Yeah,
The
I
three of
think
you have
Joe is like,
demonstrated that you're going to go to great lengths to get him. He's probably not going to get away safely here.
yeah, I think Joe basically like goes like, listen, if you come with us and you don't make a fuss, our boss will be understanding. I know that for sure. That is a lie, of
That
course,
is
but
a blatant lie, but your knack says you can
other
do this, so
time,
you can do it. Hold on 1 second. Come on. There, go ahead. A dog crying there. That's dealt with. Anyway, so yeah, you take Barlow and um you gonna bring him back to the Goblin's Whisper?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought we were gonna. I mean, we could bring him to the Goblin's Whisper and like contact Generva from there. Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
that's
it's like
that's
you gotta go
starting.
somewhere where you actually have to go somewhere with a phone. You don't got cell
Yeah,
orbs yet.
exactly.
Uh,
So yeah, you go back to your speakeasy. You make your call, and in a bit, Generva and her two distinctly more zombie-looking bodyguards are there to collect them. And it's like, all this. It's like, all this isn't any of the guy. This isn't. This guy was. This guy's not anyone from the list. Who is he?
I'll let Ash explain because that's probably what Ash is best at.
So what we've gathered is that this fine individual here uh, seems to be the culprit for our little information problem. It seems as if this fella used his magic to extract Miss O'Brien's memories and turn them into the police. Now the problem is that it does seem that Miss O'Brien has passed, uh, so we're gonna have to figure that one out. But seems like we got the culprit here.
He's like, oh, well, this worked out quite well for the three of you. I think as long as the three of you are willing to keep continuing to do little tasks like this, I think we can make an arrangement that you're not going to. We're not going to. I'm not going to cut in onto the profits of the whisper here any more than usual. To be honest, I did not expect you to be able to wrap this up so quickly. I am thoroughly impressed with all of you. I feel like your talents have been absolutely underutilized here.
we're like really good, yeah.
And
Question. Oh,
yeah, go for it. Ask your question.
okay, yeah. Does Genova ever like drink on the job?
To be honest, you don't know. You've never actually seen her eat or drink anything.
Okay, cool. That answers my question. So no drink offered, basically.
she snaps her fingers, and her goons go and pick up Marluo each by one shoulder, and it's like, I will take him to be dealt with elsewhere. We don't want to be I don't want to don't want to risk any extra heat on the club here. You three have a good night, and we will come back. I will I will be in touch.
Super boss, I'll be happy glad to have you again.
Also, Marlo, before you go,
The
can I borrow your ritual, please?
give me a glam. We're gonna get to a glam here to see if he will say yes, because you did kind of just take him to get murdered. Oh,
Is
that's
that
another major. I will look up what that is 1 second. We're gonna finish the drawing.
I appreciate the commitment that you're like the archetype would indicate that you would like manipulate people into giving them and like saying yes, but like you're just asking.
no one ever
So
tries just asking?
I have bad news for you about your draw here.
Okay.
If this card is matched, the PC loses access to magic until the next two checks are made or the scene ends.
Okay. I think that's fine.
I mean, if you match it, you can
Yes.
just not match it if you don't.
Yeah, so if you just match the other two and only get a partial, you can still do this. There will be there will be consequences of doing this if you or you're not going to get the power. Either way, you draw your. I believe as a charlatan, you have start with 3 glam.
I think I start with 3, but I moved it at some point, so down to 2.
Oh, okay.
So I've got nothing.
You got nothing?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna spend HP to Heart of the Cards.
Okay, yeah, draw.
Okay.
Yeah, you can spend another HP too.
Okay, I've got some ones.
Okay, well, at least you got that's turning a success from there. It would be very funny that like if you had failed, it would be like he just says no, and you think like psychic damage from that.
All right, so yeah, take your 2 XP, one from the sun, one from the strenuous, and he just kind of smirks as he's dragged out the door, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, you know what? Sure."
Thanks, I owe you one.
So yes, you now have the ability to mimic the power of I can control the memories of dead people with my blood rituals.
That might be useful. Who knows?
I can already foresee how this is going to just like cascade as the campaign goes on. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
All right, I do think that is a good point to cut this section, and we're going to go into X. I want to go over the XP and GP stuff. So Let's start with. I have your sheet open here, Jackie. Let's start with yours. When is the truth important? When lying would get me caught. Um, did you tell the truth in a particular moment that would, earn you a earn you a GP point here?
Uh,
Lie. Tell the truth to avoid getting caught.
I don't know. I lied a lot.
You did lie a lot. You did not tell anyone you own the speakeasy.
No, I didn't.
All right, so I don't think you're getting any GP tonight. Joe, what makes my wealth? The friends I've cultivated and helped. Do you think you've helped a friend to earn enough to earn a GP?
I don't think I did anything like big enough. Although maybe with the maybe when I did the fire thing, what do you think? I helped both my friends in that case catch someone.
Um, you know what? And with a generous enough definition of friend, you helped Generva.
That's true.
So I think you could have a GP for that.
Okay.
How do others benefit from my powers? A friendly smile and a stiff drink can help most people. Do you think you were friendly and providing of alcohol enough to help to deserve that one? I
No, I think the time I gave alcohol to someone, it made it worse. So that one, I don't think that I got.
all right. And on to Ash. What aspect of myself do I build up? My empathy. I'm gonna say you definitely earned the GP on that one,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah,
with the whole
I
thing
kind of
with the.
chose one where I will inevitably get it every session. So like maybe we can litigate that, but
I will say you definitely earned it for your scene with for how you did Lucy though this time.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yeah, because that is a pretty broad one. I'm going to like be pretty strict about that one being you got to be at least dramatic on it. How do I get ahead of my competition? By being willing to sacrifice any part of myself. I don't think you really sacrificed. You did run through fire,
I
but I
mean,
don't think that's enough.
I did run through fire. I did risk my life.
You did make it
Oh, yeah. By the
harder for
way, how
yourself
much?
to lie.
You know what? I will give you the two. You could have the two GP. Um, speaking of
I'm
which,
going to get a good grade in role playing.
what HP? What? How much are people's HPs at?
I have 6 HP out of 7 and 7 EP out of 9.
I have 7 out of 10 HP.
And Jackie?
Uh,
Wait, 7 out of 10?
Yeah.
Oh, did you not update to the 5.3?
Oh, is there different amount? Are there different maximum amounts?
Yeah, the max goes up to 9 at most. I think you have 9 as in depth. I think you should be at 9 HP and 7 EP for an adept. So
Okay,
and no SP because SP isn't a thing anymore.
got it, got it.
All right, we will. And Jackie, what does your HP look like?
I'm at 5. But yeah, still
You
alive.
didn't take any HP yet. Weren't you spending HP for your Heart of the Cards? You thought you said you were spending HP.
Oh, right. I think I spent EP for
Yeah, you
one
can
of them.
spend EP for those.
Oh, okay.
So I'm at 5 for both. So that's like 6
Okay.
spent total, which seems right.
Okay. Then yeah, you're all a little bit hurt, and Minerva does look you over though before she leaves, and does say, "Now I understand. You're all well aware of the consequences of my treatment. But if you do, but I am going to extend. I will extend the offer if you feel so inclined.
I'm good for now, boss. Don't worry.
Perfect, I'm okay.
Uh,
All right. No, no,
you're,
nobody wants to be a skeleton yet.
I mean, I'm already a goblin, so
There's a skeleton in here somewhere.
that's enough. Yeah.
Yeah. All
listen,
right.
I appreciate the offer, but my whole kind of deal is like uh, like existential dread and uncertainty, and I feel like becoming a member of the undead horde would sort of really throw an extra wrench in things. So I'm off the path.
She nods and is like, oh well, very well, and like yeah, heads out with her hostage. And yeah, I believe that. I think next time we will start with a downtime section next time. Pixel, tell people where they can find a copy of Arc City Arcane Blues.
You can find a copy at Pixel Biscuit, all in one word, .itch.io/acab, ACAB. The game itself will be released on December 1st.
And I'm not going to ask you where to find you online because that's co-host and that's going to stop existing soon, which is very sad. But
Yeah, I mean, you can find me on Blue Sky at Pixel Bismuth, I think. But yeah, I'm still morning co-host.
um, all right, Roxy. I'm assuming people still can't find you. What do you recommend to people?
I'm going with the sort of like worry detective vibes. Um, the Great Ace Attorney games are pretty good. Like I know everyone was talking about it a few years ago when they released them in English, but like they've got a similar thing of uh, like magical realism mystery solving. Um, and I enjoyed my time with them, and they also have sort of a historical setting to them. I know. Tokugawa period Japan is a far cry from 1920 Chicago, but you know.
You know. All right. And April, do you have anything to recommend to the people at home?
Yeah, sticking with the visual novel theme, gonna recommend Heaven Will Be Mine. Oh, yeah, Heaven Will Be
Yeah,
Mine.
that's really good.
Fun game about giant robots and messy romance.
As
So
the
very similar to this game.
resident mecha sicko, I am shocked I haven't played that yet.
Oh yeah, that was where Maple's character in in the interstitial one shot came from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, I am M Healy. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at M of Healy. And you can hear my podcast about ranking fictional characters in arbitrary challenges to find out who's the best and the worst. Battle of the Blorbos, and you can find on that on Twitter at Battle Blorbos Pod, where every week I post matchups from the upcoming episodes. This week's post was Millicent Rice from the Jumper series versus Buford Razorback Hollis from the Marvel Universe, the trucker who wears a boar set and has the mutant power to just be the best at driving everything. Who will be the best substitute teacher for Miss Frizzle? honestly, that is like the most inside baseball of the podcast because those characters are not characters anyone knows,
Yeah.
but they
I
are
mean, you know
Also,
major
what they
players to
say.
that.
You know what they say. Not everyone has a. Every character is someone's logo, but only one can be the best.
Yeah, and
your description of
we are all
your
on the
description
table
of Lasertag like it was an
RPGs. We are
epithet.
a queer actual play streaming channel. One, two, double check the schedule. Da, 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 da. Okay, it is not letting me check the schedule at the moment, so that's fine with it. Ever, we do have alternating games on Saturdays. It's still Artifacts of Romulus and Secrets of Small Gods. Those are Artifacts of Romulus is D&D 5e. Secrets of Small Gods is Pathfinder 2e. You can check them out. We are here playing Arc City Arcane Blues, the game that Pixel is making every single Tuesday from now until the end of November. And you could support All on the Table RPGs by subscribing here on Twitch or on YouTube for the VODs. And you could support us on Patreon. I think that is everything. So with that, good night, everybody.